graduated from Purdue in 1996. I'd say my visits with conservation personnel go back to my graduation from Purdue in 1996. Then our conservation person at the NRCS office was Chris Torp. Every visit with Chris was a good one. He was always up front. His knowledge was excellent, and he educated me. He was up front and told me, hey, this will work, this won't work, this is what you can or can't do. And Chris always did it with a smile. Someone who's passionate about their job, knows the information, knows the technology, is always good to work with. An example of a program that was really quite frustrating was the CSP program. The problem with that was, we wanted to enter in as many acres as we possibly could. And I went to about 2 weeks worth of work of formulating a letter to all my landlords, because that took a long-term commitment. I put a lot of thought into writing that letter and convincing them as to why they should commit their land to that program. And I had 100% commitment to everyone I mailed a letter to. I think we were probably farming around 3,200 acres at the time, and we had 2,500 acres enrolled into it. Funding for this program was limited, but if we were to qualify at a level 3, we were almost guaranteed funding. The problem was a lot of the rules I didn't know about until you actually sit down, in terms of maybe this soil type is going to knock me down into a level 2. I wanted to know about that ahead of time so I could do the best job I could of making sure my application had the highest rating. I went in and sat down with that individual, and we started going through everything. We had a half an acre of one soil type that the conservation plan wasn't in place, or it was, I can't remember what it was, but there was that 1/2 acre that I had included on this one farm. And all of a sudden that took me down from a level 2 to, from a level 3 to a level 2. I asked, well, can't we just throw that out, and all of a sudden my application, looks better. But no, I'd already presented that information, so therefore I had to stand. There wasn't a way for me to know what the rules were ahead of time. I couldn't bring that data home. And so that was a lot of potential funding that disappeared. It was 2 weeks worth of work on my time that I felt like if I'd known the rules up front, what they were going to be looking for, had access to that data, I could have prepared a better application. So that, without a doubt, was probably my most frustrating experience. And after that experience, I didn't look at conservation programs for a few years. I mean, we practiced conservation here on the farm, but as far as working with the government, I lost some interest after that.